Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anugril Hamsanusi. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Dr. Abdul Halik Al-Rawafi for giving me the opportunity to present my material. Today, I'm going to talk or discuss about Chapter 17, Adverb Clause. Definition: Adverb clause. Adverb clause is a group of words that function as an adverb in a sentence. The clause can modify or describe verbs, adverb, and adjective. In general, adverb clause is information that elaborate on when, where, why, how much, or under what condition the action in the sentence takes place. Okay, next. 17.1. Introduction. Adverb clauses are used to show relationship between ideas. They show relationships of time, cause and effect, contrast, and condition. A. When the phone rang, the baby woke up. B. The baby woke up when the phone rang. In A and B, when the phone rang is an adverb clause of time. So example in A, B have the same meaning. So function: when an adverb clause preceded the main clause, as in a comma is used to separate the clause. When the adverb clause follows, as in B, usually no comma is used. C and D. Because he was sleepy, he went to bed. He went to bed because he was sleepy. In C and D, because introduce an adverb clause that show a cause and effect relationship. A. Correct. When we were in New York, we saw several plays. Incorrect. He went to bed because he was sleepy. Adverb clauses are independent clauses. They cannot stand alone as a sentence in written English. They must be connected to a main or independent clause. Summary list of words used to introduce adverb clause: time, after, before, when, while, as soon as, since, until, by the time, once, as, so long as, whenever, every time, the first time, the last time, the next time. Cause and effect: because, now that, since. Contrast: even though, though. Direct contrast: while. Condition: if, unless, only if, whether or no, even if, in case. Okay, next. 72. Using adverb clause to show time relationships. After A and B. After she graduates, she will get a job. After she graduates, she got a job. A present tense, not a future tense, is used in adverb clause of time, as in A and C. Before C and D. C. I will leave before he comes. D. I had left before he came. C chart 3 P 60 for tense usage in future time clause. When E. When I arrived, he was talking on the phone. F. When I got there, he had already left. G. When it began to rain, I stood under a tree. He. When I was in Chicago, I visited the museum. E. When I see him tomorrow, I will ask him. When, at the time, notice the different time relationship expressed by the tenses. While, as, G, key. While I was walking home, it began to rain. As I was walking home, it began to rain. While as, during that time. Next, by the time, L, M, L, by the time he arrived, we had already left. M, by the time he comes, we will have already left. By the time, one event is complete before another event. Notice the use of the past perfect and future perfect in the main clause. Signs and O. And I haven't seen him since he left this morning. I've known her ever since I was a child. Since is from that time to the present in O, ever age emphasis. Note the present perfect is used the main clause until till. PQ. P, we stayed there until we finished our work. We stayed there till we finished our work. Until and till, to that time and then no longer. This is used more in speaking than in writing. It is generally not used in formal English. Okay. As soon as once. R, as. As soon as it stops raining, we will leave. Once it stops raining, we will leave. As soon as, once is when one event happens, another event happens soon afterward. As long as, so long as. TU. T, I will never speak to him again as long as life. I will never speak to him again so long as I live. As long as, so long as is during all the time from beginning to end. Whenever, every time. PW. P, whenever I see her, I say hello. W, every time I see her, I say hello. Whenever is every time. The first time, the last time, the next time. X, Y, Z. X, the first time that I went to New York, I went to a Broadway show. Y, I saw to play the last time that I went to New York. Z, the next time that I go to New York, I'm going to see a belt. Adverb clause can be introduced by the per, second, third, etc., last, next, and etc. time. After and before are commonly used in the following expression: short after, shortly after, a short time after, a little bit after, not long after, soon after, shortly before, a short time before, a little while before, not long before. Okay, next. Exercise 7. On a flag. Combine each pair of sentence with the word in parents, add command, commas, and as necessary. 1. The big will be loaded stones. The plane will take off. Oh no, I'm sorry. The big will be loaded soon. The plane will take off. As soon as the big is loaded, the plane will take off. 2. The passengers got on the plane after the flight attendant closed the door. 3. The passengers got on the plane before the flight attendant closed the door. 4. Malaya feels nervous whenever she flies. 5. The plane was climbing while we hit turbulence. 6. I was falling asleep just as the pilot made an announcement. 7. I fell asleep as soon as he finished. 8. I stood up to walk to the restroom just after the flight attendant told us to fasten our seatbelts. 9. We had to stay in our seats until the pilot turned off the seat belt signs. 10. We had lunch. The person next to me has been talking non-stop. We had lunch since the person next to me has been talking non-stop. Okay, next. 73. Using adverb clause to show cause and effect. Because A and B. Because he was sleepy, he went to bed. He went to bed because he was sleepy. And adverb clause might precede or follow the independent clause notates the function in A and B. Be sure to identify the correct cause and effect. And correct because he went to bed, he was sleepy. Now that C and D. Now that I've finished the semester, I'm going to rest a few days and then take a trip. D. Jack lost his job. Now that he's unemployed, he can't pay his bills. Now that means because now in C. Now that I've finished the semester means because the semester is now over. Not now that is used with the present perfect or future tense. Signs E, F, G. E. Since Monday is a holiday, we don't have to go to work. F. Since you're good cook and I'm not, you should cook the dinner. Since I came here, I have met many people. When since is used to mean because it expresses a now cause, it means because it's a fact that or given that is true that. Cause and effect sentence with since. Say, given the fact that X is true, Y is the result. In E, given the fact that Monday is a holiday, we don't have to go to work. Not catatan. Since has two meanings. One is because it is also used in same clause as in G. Okay. Next, 74. Expressing contrast unexpected results using even tag. A, B, C, D. A. Because the weather was cold, I didn't go swimming. Because is used to express expected results. B. Even though the weather was cold, I went swimming. Even though is used to express unexpected result. C. Because I wasn't tired, I didn't go to bed. D. Even though I wasn't tired, I went to bed. Catatan. Not. Like because, even though introduce an adverb clause. Okay, next, 75. 17. 5. Showing direct contrast while A, B, C, D. A. Mary is rich while John is poor. B. John is poor while Mary is rich. C. while John is poor, Mary is rich. D. While Mary is rich, John is poor. While is used to show direct contrast, this is actually the opposite of that. So, example, A, B, C, and D all have the same meaning. Note the use of the comma in A and B. In using while for direct contrast, a comma is often used even if the while clause comes second, unlike the function of most other adverb clauses. Compare E. The phone rang while I was studying. Reminder will also use in the time clause and means during that time as in E. Okay, next. Sick. Expressing condition in adverb clause. If clause. A. If it rains tomorrow, I will take my umbrella. If clause, also called adverb clause of conditions. Present possible conditions, the main clause express result. In A, possible condition, it might rain tomorrow. Result, I will take my umbrella. A present tense, not a future tense, is used in an if clause even though the verb in the if clause may refer to a future event or situation, as in. Words that introduce adverb clause of condition. If clause. If, whether or not, even if, in case, unless, only if. Okay, next. 77. Sorted if clause. A and B. A, are you a student? Are you a student? If so, or if you are, the ticket is half price. If not, or if you aren't, the ticket is full price. When an if clause refers to the idea in the sentence immediately before it, it is sometimes shortened. B. It's a popular concert. Do you have a ticket? If so, or if you do, you're lucky. If not, or if you don't, you're out of lucky. In A, in B. In A, if so, or if you are, is if you are a student. If not, if you aren't a student. In B, if so, if you do, if you have a ticket. If not, or if you don't have a ticket. Okay, next 78. 17. Adverb clause of conditions using whether or not and even if. Whether or not. A. I am going to go swimming tomorrow. Whether or not it is cold, or whether it is cold or not. Whether or not express the idea that neither these conditions nor that condition matter, the result will be the same. In A, if it is cold, I'm going swimming. If it is not cold, I'm going swimming. So I don't care about the temperature if it doesn't matter. Even if. B. I have decided to go swimming tomorrow. Even if the weather is cold, I am going to go swimming. Sentences with even if are closest in meaning to choose with whether or not. Even if gives the idea that a particular condition does not matter, the result will not change. Okay, next. 17:9. Adverb clause of conditions using in case. A. I'll be at my uncle's house in case you should need to reach me. In case expresses the idea that something probably won't happen but it might. In case mean if by chance this should happen. Catatan note is using should in adverb clause emphasizes the speaker unconsciously that something will happen. Okay, next 17:10. Adverb clause of conditions using unless. A and B. A. I'll go swimming tomorrow unless it's cold. B. I'll go swimming tomorrow if it isn't cold. Unless. If blah 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 not. In A, unless it's cold mean if it isn't cold. Example, A and B have the same meaning. Okay, next. This is the last material. Explain me. 17:11. Adverb clause of conditions using only if. A. The picnic will be cancelled only if it rains. If it's windy, we'll go on the picnic. It is cold, we'll go on the picnic. If it's damp and foggy, we'll go to the picnic. It's unbearably hot, we'll go on the picnic. So only if express the idea that there is only one condition that will cause particular result. And B, only if it rains will the picnic be cancelled. When only if begins a sentence, the subject and verb of the main clause are inverted as in B. This is a less common usage. No comma are used. Okay. I think that's enough. I'm sorry if I had any mistake. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.